The game will start at 5 o'clock. Starting with the freshman game, freshman sophomore game tomorrow day.
We got a 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 and 8.
5, 6, 7, 8 tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. And it's amazing what happens when you push a button right.
Hey, Reggie, that's probably a long ride home for you tonight.
That's just them three. Asbury College, that Baker. That, what's that musical place? Sam Spartan, what's it? Let me get it.
See out there, we like some of the sponsors making this video possible. Hometown Sports Corner. Of course, Alice Lloyd College. Rose Bank. Few Country Letters. Behavioral Health. Mr. Sam Spartan. Number 6,
Go ask him, see if he's got his jersey.
We've been drinking each other.
Carolina, Parker, Indonesia.
Asbury College and their sponsors, of course, and we'll do this again throughout the night. James, now everything we do is sponsored by Hot Rods Pizza, Asbury College, Tim Short Automotive, Few Times 11, Frontier Septic, and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
And WKCB.
Hometown Sports Corner and WKCB. Everything we do.
And we just ain't gonna start listening on the radio stations. We do that, we're gonna do something else.
Watch us on.
That's it. Yeah, we're gonna be on the microphone. We'll review that thing. We can sit around and talk. You want me to turn this one off? Or you want?
Turn it off. Okay, you go ahead and start it.
Oh well. This ball we're gonna use.
So just call it like a regular game.
And we'll be back after this commercial break right here on Hometown Sports Corner.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout East. No matter what town or community you...
Boy, good shot there, fellas, of the gentleman and Ian Mullins and James Sandlin to the right. I mean, guys, this is going to be a fun competition here. Got a bunch of good players, James, from all over the 14th and the 15th region here.
Over 300 applications, narrowed down to roughly, probably, what do you think, Jamie? Close to 200 kids?
Down to about 220.
220.
Here's Jonah Oosley, man. This kid is uber talented, plays catcher in baseball.
Now see, you was one brought up baseball. Earlier, you get on to me for bringing it up, and you bring it up tonight.
There's KJ Melton, a little up and under. Nice move by KJ. Just missed it a little bit. Of course, this Hyman Elementary 5th and 6th grade team went down and played in the state tournament, Ian Mullins. They finished second in the state. Pretty sweet, man. Got beat out by another mountain team. Ashland beat them in the final game of the state tournament.
You love to see that, Jamie.
James, Ian and I were talking earlier about what we would have loved to have been able to just got to be a part of one of these when we were in grade school. Jonah shot that one from Car Creek. Just misses it. Drew Little with the steal. You put it up, in and out, and the rebound. The white team. Oh, stolen by Little. Put it up, and it's good. Little up and under, nice strong move to the basket, misses it. KJ Melton with the rebound. He'll throw it ahead to Little. Little on a run out, lays it up, won't go. Out of bounds, and it'll go back to the white team. James, I want to give a shout out to Kyle Maggard and Joe Dials. They are our two coaches. We picked the coaches that we felt like this year had the most success at their program. Here's Mason Hall. Coach Hall going to coach us in this 7th and 8th grader a little later on. Man, he had a super good season over at Betsy Lane this year. Sweet move to the low post. How about a hazard ball player passing it to Purry Central?
They heard that all in grade school, Miller to Miller.
That won't happen when they get in high school.
No, it's probably going to be Miller fouls Miller.
Yeah, it'll be Hack-a-Shack, Miller to Miller. But man,
as big and strong as boys are, I believe they're just in 6th grade.
6th grader. James, you and I interviewed Miller earlier this year, and he's eyeball to you and I.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
We got lucky. Me and you interviewed both of them, Cameron Miller and Josh Miller, when we did the championship at Purry Central.
Yes, indeed. We called so many games this year,
Yeah.
I'm starting to forget where we called them at. See Cooper Dials over on that left side, stolen by the big man from Hazard down the lane, lays it up, and it's good. Got a nice crowd out here, James. Keep in mind, 100% of the proceeds go to the Knott County Flood Relief. Oh, he followed up and missed it. Euro step. Ian loves that. That's his favorite move.
Blocked by Jonah.
Pastor Dylan Combs going to help us referee this second one. And Randy Collins, our other official tonight.
I'm sure you boys already talked about it in the pregame, but what an opportunity to be in 5th and 6th grade, getting to play on a college for an all-star game in front of a crowd like this.
Exactly. It's a great, just to showcase the stage to show these young boys' talents.
Yes.
The good thing is people's going to be able to say, I can remember watching them play when they was in 5th and 6th grade when they're juniors and seniors.
Look up in the rafters and see the Mr. Charles Marshall. He's the academic dean over here. Well, I'll tell you what, this blue team getting on the defensive end, brother. Tate Kraft had that shot blocked. James, last year, Tate sat over here in the stands, and he was just in awe. And I said, someday you'll get a play in this. Little did we know we were going to open it up to 5th and 6th graders this year, and rightfully so. He deserves to get to be here, man. He's one of the top guards in the 5th and 6th grade level. KJ Melton, step back three, give the assist to Drew Little, makes it a 1-point ball game here. Coach is going to sub them about 5 at a time for the first half. Dylan Combs did not know he was coming to referee.
Hey, I'm telling you what, if Dylan can't get out of bed tomorrow, he's not going to yell at me.
He will make sure my other 2 referees show up. Listen to those sneakers squeaking. That's one of the best sounds in basketball, guys.
That sounds like my knees at 7 o'clock in the morning when I get out of bed, James.
Yeah. Oh, and one. Get a big 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Also get some subs in here. Joe says, oh, yeah, I got a sub. Ian Mullins and James Sandlin will help me pick the MVP of this game. We also will give you our all-defensive and all-offensive team from the regular season and at the end of the year.
Yeah. Get to give some awards out at halftime and post-game. Man, I'm telling you what, Coach Jay Court's filling up like the 53rd District Tournament.
Very good crowd.
Maggard way downtown.
Give a shout out to some of the folks messaging us here on Facebook. We thank all of you. Be sure to hit that like and share button wherever you're watching from. Give a shout out to your favorite player on the court. Look across the way and see Colton Riley coming in with Preston Hall. Mr. Mosley, one of the 3-point specialists. And Cameron Gibson that won the 3-point competition, and Christian Hall going to check in for the what we would call the blue team. They're the dark uniforms. Hey, Coach, you got shooter.
Hey,
check in.
are you going to let the coaches coach or you going to coach?
No, you got to check in. Oh, okay. Christian's got it. I didn't want 6 players. My bad.
I thought you told him to block out the shooter. My bad. I like it.
Hey, listen, I got the pleasure of coaching him a couple years. He did whenever I asked him to. He would have went over and blocked the water boy out if I'd asked him. Look at here, Miss Morgan coming in here from Emelina. You talk about a superstar. This young lady going to put on a show in that 7th and 8th grade game coming up here next. Oh, Preston Hall with a little defense.
Hey, speaking of which, I talked to Preston's dad before the game. He had an excellent showing down at the state football championship this weekend.
Oh, man, I'm so pumped about that. We had the 606 go down to the state championships and bring back the hardware, James. That is so cool, man. Boy, this defense, Ashton Mosley having a little trouble there. Foul at the top of the key. Foul gonna be
You know,
on.
I think that's the first time I've heard a foul get called all year, and I didn't see a coach argue, Jamie.
Well, When you've got 15 of the best in the mountains, you can afford to have somebody foul out. This is probably the best I've seen Kyle Maggard behave all season coaching over there. He's not getting excited at all. Big thank you again to the Alice Lloyd College Admissions Office and Alice Lloyd College. Thank you to Mountain Therapy in Hazard, Kentucky. My buddy Sam Sparkman, really appreciate Sam. Rudy's Bakery in Hazard, Kentucky. Lighthouse Baptist Church and Sports Talk with James and Jamie and WKCB 107.1. Randy Thompson has blew this thing off the rafters all week helping us promote it, and we really appreciate Randy.
Every morning, man, he's promoted it for us.
Got to give a shout out to my wife. She has ran all day long for me.
Give a shout out to Fran.
She went and got the T-shirts, the trophies, the plaques.
Yeah, I've seen Fran pulling in sideways carrying them T-shirts a while ago.
We'll try to get Misty over here tomorrow night. Maybe have a little man on the camera. Look here. Oh, Preston Hall with his second block. He says third block. He got two in this one possession, John.
Making another one. He just got a third one.
Oh, yeah, some defense by Preston Hall.
Riley drives it down the middle. Hey, we can tell Dylan he can call an official timeout whenever he needs to.
Just stay on one half. Just stay on one half, Brother Dylan.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. It'll go back to the blue team. Kyle Maggard, of course, got a bunch of talent. Josh Miller is on his team. We'll get them all here just in a little bit for everybody. Is number 45 Brandon Hall's son? Am I right on that? With the basketball just now? We'll double check. I think it is, though. You and I went to him in the class of 1997. We're now considered old when we're broadcasting our classmates' children, Ian Mullins.
Did he just say we?
He did.
We graduated together, James. You and I are both old.
I still feel young.
Colton Riley with the basketball. You may feel it, brother, but now I know when you graduated.
My stress level hasn't been up nearly as high as yours this week, David.
And no stress. I told you, once we throw that basketball up, all the stress goes away. I will get you to turn your mic and Ian's mic up just a little bit and turn mine down just about a notch there.
How's that?
Oh, that's much better. You'll be much more clear than I am.
And here comes the legend of Alice Lloyd College, Mr. Scott.
Mr. Scott Cornick coming in here, and we sure do appreciate him.
Just so everybody at home is aware, we're doing two 20-minute halves. The clock will stop the last 2 minutes for any foul.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership.
Pulls up from the free throw line. Nice shot right there. Beautiful shot. He got it. Nothing but net. Man, he's going to come out of the ball game. That's the bad part about these all-star games, brother. Big man from East Prairie getting in. James, he can play, brother.
Yeah.
He's a player.
Jade Emberg is in there.
A couple Car Creek Indians. Check this out, the center. The big man got the ball, going all the way and going to dish it off to his teammate.
Melton all the way in, Jamie. We've got to call a lot of his ball games this year. Ian, this is my first tournament. I went with Jamie last year. You were here with him last year?
I did it. I helped him about 2 years ago. When this gym was first built, we was calling Alice Lloyd games.
Stacy tries to get the shot up. Robinson. Up ahead to Jed. Jed passes over to KJ, lays it up.
Good pass.
Blue team built a 7-point lead.
Another steal by the blue team.
I'll tell you what, these young men ain't playing defense like it's the NBA All-Star.
I don't think I've seen either team slow down.
No. Teams are pushing it up the floor. Cooper Dials tries the reverse layup. Might be a little short. And once again, tomorrow night, the high schoolers take the floor over at Coach J Court. The doors will open up at 4 o'clock. First game will be at 5, second game at 6, then third game will be at 7, and fourth game at 8. Tomorrow night we'll have a 3-point shootout contest and a slam dunk contest. Last year, Breathitt County Phenom, Austin Asbury won the slam dunk contest. R.S. James who won the 3-point contest last year. Gavin Mosley, see?
Unfortunately, Austin Spurry can't be here tomorrow, so we will have a new dunk champion.
Are you participating in that tomorrow night? I mean, you
Well,
told me that you throw down a couple of times.
Last year we decided since I couldn't jump over a paper cup that I didn't get to be in.
And you know, we're on Facebook Live, but if you want to go back and look at pictures all weekend, Miss Selena Gibson with Photo Finish is going to be posting the pictures.
She asked, could she? And I said, don't think twice about it. She's the best there is at it, one of them certainly. And she's always, James Linden, you and I, pictures. Every time I've never asked for pictures. Finally, she said, just go ahead and use them. And look at here, how about a little defense right there? Oh, but then he's tripped up. It'll go back to him.
We'll have some new All-Stars check in.
I don't know if I've seen this much defense ever played in an All-Star game.
No. These young boys are on it.
John Calipari might need to come down there and take some lessons off these young men, Jamie.
Oh, you're definitely correct, man. Ian, we need Jonathan Hicks. I thought Bubbo was coming tonight too, man.
That'd be a flashback, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's back when we first started together. Look across the court and see Coach John Noble, the new head coach at Leslie County. His first year down there, James. Man, he's going to build a program. You mark it down. He's going to build a program down there. And, oh, by the way, there's an 8th grader that's going to be playing next, Mr. Hacker. He led Leslie County in scoring. And he's playing in the 7th and 8th grade All-Star game, but led the varsity team in scoring this year. How crazy is that, man?
Wait, Mr. Kraft, throw him back high. Yeah, Jamie, that's crazy. Man, there's a lot of coaches around here. You see former Jamie Couch down here.
Jamie's grandson, Ashton Mosley, playing in this game.
Yeah.
Boy, we had Ashton. He was one of our players of the game this year. James, we talk about that too. You and I launched Hometown Sports Corner, or we relaunched it with Sports Talk. And then this year we did some middle school games for the first time ever. We went to Beaver Elementary, did a middle school game, got over 5,000 views. And then, as you remember, we went to Perry County and did the Car Creek East Perry matchup. Then we had Ashton in the middle school championships. And He was player of the game, I think, in the semifinals of that tournament.
And then we had Emelina and Jones Ford, and Emelina.
That was one of our first games we've done, man. And again, a couple of the Jones Ford Tigers are here today. They're playing in this game. And then we got some of those players also playing in the 7th and 8th grade game. 4-point ball game, 3, just off the mark. Figgy. This one, the best players to come out of the mountains, man. You mark it down. Number 55 will be a superstar by the time he's in 7th grade.
Really?
8th grader.
Yeah, you're right on it. And I'm telling you, Jamie, before it's over, they might be standing up in the Mountain Eagle because we're still on game number 1.
I love it, man. And of course, we want 100% of tonight's profits go to the Knott County Long-Term Recovery to help out the flood victims here in Eastern Kentucky. If you guys haven't, if you go ahead and hit that like and share button for us too.
100%, Jamie, man, I'm telling you. Fantastic. People don't realize how many people are still displaced from the July 2022 flood. You know, we've still got people living over on Car Creek.
About 100 families right now, James, that we got to get homes for.
Got to get them in homes, man.
We're going to do it one family at a time. We're not going to quit until we get them all back in a home.
Some still living over at the Perry County Park, Jamestown.
Down in Breathitt County, there's several people still yet displaced down there. We're not going to quit, though. We're not giving up. I told my friends and family one night in a meeting, I said, we're going to be here. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah. And that's what got me and you really spurred to start Sports Talk and Hometown Sports Corner back up. You know, he was gracefully enough to let me come on board. Well, we've seen a need that people wanted to see the good side after going through the flood and things going on in the county.
But you know, the biggest advocate for the people have been the people. We took care of ourselves here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 at the buzzer.
No, we need about 5.
About 5 minutes, 5 minutes. And at halftime here, we will step away for a commercial break, and James will be back to help me present our top 5 offensive, defensive players of the year. We'll be back after this. Third notch, 1, 2, and 3, all the way down. 4 all the way down. Hey, did we? Listen. After you do that, though.
Do it on both things?
Yeah, you have to do it on both.
Turn it back on.
Y'all gonna be good without me if I gotta leave from here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I appreciate you.
I'll be here tomorrow though.
Okay.
I'm free all day tomorrow.
All right. That'd be good. Thank you.
Tell me when you need me.
We start at 5 tomorrow, so be about 4:30 if you could. Defense. Yeah.
Going to recognize some players here on the court.
Hey, James, while the players are giving us our attention one more time, guys, this guy here he means so much to me, and we appreciate him helping us make this possible. Guys, will you put your hands together for Lloyd College and the men's basketball coach, Scott Corner?
And baseball. You can't leave out the baseball coach. Once you get baseball in your blood, there's no getting it out. I'm sorry, Jamie.
All right. right, guys, let's recognize this is for the regular season, okay? At this time, when we call your name, the top 5 defensive players come get your certificate and then come back to Coach Scott Cornett, and we'll get a picture with Scott and the all-defensive player. First team all-defensive player, Eli Mitchell.
Get out there. Go out there and get coach. You and coach were seeing it. Oh. Or, never mind. Selena's up there in the balcony. We should have knew she was getting some over the head shots. From Hyman Elementary, Mr. Jonah Oosley. You want to give that? We'll call him off. Just give him.
This is
Yeah.
from Hyman Elementary, Preston Hall. Congratulations, Coach.
From West Perry, Josh Miller. I'm sorry, East Perry. My bad.
Oh, brother, you in the doghouse.
Hey, I'm
now.
telling you.
Yeah, talk about me now. Tell me where you play basketball at. East Perry.
Hey, don't tell your dad, please. Go ahead.
From all defensive, and this is from West Perry, Kyler Maggard.
Oh, you just had to do that, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it right.
Yeah, you got it right. I go ahead and apologize now.
Thank you. Go get a picture with Coach.
You're right here.
All defensive team.
Yeah, from Car Creek, Mr. Cooper Dials.
Congratulations, kid. Go get a picture with Coach Cornett. And also from Car Creek, Mr. Jamarcus Higgins. Let's go get a picture with him.
Wait. Scan that out. Now we'll do the first team, all offensive mountain team. First, from Hyman Elementary, Drew Little.
Congratulations, brother. You go get a picture with Coach Cornett. First team, all offensive mountain team, Elijah Figueredo. Figgy. From Beaver Elementary, James. Go get a picture with Coach Cornett, champ.
First team, Cameron Miller.
Big Cameron from Hazard Bulldogs. Glad to have him in the house, brother. Go get a picture with Coach Cornett, please. First team from Car Creek Elementary, Tate Kraft.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Go get a picture with Coach Cornett first.
Go ahead. Do it.
And last but not least, Caden Hall. Congratulations. Go get a picture with Coach Cornett. This is a player of the year.
Should be, yeah. Make sure, watch it.
Whoa. And the Hometown Sports Corner 2023 Player of the Year from the 5th and 6th grade level, KJ Melton.
Go ahead, go ahead. I can hold the mic for the best
I
of
bet
it.
sir call timeout.
I'd have went. I'd have been like this.
We need the 10-minute mark to be intermission.
We'll run it up right there right quick. There's 2 black stands in that, okay? Stop. Okay. If you see it, just blow it in, man.
And there you have it, guys. That is our hometown sports corner. Offensive and defensive players. We're getting ready to get this second half underway. We'll be back after this commercial break right here on Sports Talk and Hometown Sports Corner.
Hey.
Wow, I really wish I would have looked into colleges a little bit more.
Alice Lloyd College. Stay close.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
We are now, brother, and again, a big thank you to all of those sponsors that make it possible for us here to do these basketball games. And you and I couldn't do it without them, man. Also want to say thank you to Hot Rods Pizza. Here in Hot Rods, they got 4 locations to serve you. New location over in Perry County doing very, very good, James. They broke every record that they've had since they've been over there this past month.
Hey, me and Misty drove over there last weekend, man, and you couldn't get in.
That's a good problem to have. Hot Rods Pizza. Hey, James, I'm going to get Scott Cornett to come here and sit and talk to you for a little bit during this and give you an opportunity to talk to him.
We put him on his third mic, Jamie. We'll both sit here and talk to him.
As Scott comes to join us, I want to say a big thank you one more time to Matt Witt. Matt's helping us here on the sound and so forth and running the camera for us. As always, a big thank you to my buddy Scott Cornett. And Coach, this thing's growing, brother, in only our second year.
It's very nice, Jamie, and I can't compliment you enough, especially for what you're doing for our community here with all the flooding, and you know, it's just a wonderful gesture, and it's a great opportunity to see these young kids get to, you know, perform here in front of a big audience, big stage, and it's everything about it's just really, really nice and really special.
And Scott, a little bit about Coach J Court. Of course, it's a brand new facility for all of us, and we're just fortunate and very blessed to have it, man.
Oh, you ain't kidding. This is a really nice place, and I can't begin to tell you as a coach how special it is to have a facility like this to practice and play in every day, and it's just it's just really a blessing, and we're so thankful to have it.
Now, back in the day, James, little did you know this guy could shoot some threes. He's not all baseball. And, Coach, we've come a long way since you played here.
Yeah, a long way since I shot threes.
But, again, it took a lot of money, a lot of vision. Our Chancellor, Joe Stepp, and our President, Jim Stepp, have done a job helping raise the money, and we thank all the donors and those that have made it possible. But, Scott, for a coach, man, this is a sweet, sweet way to come in here and recruit. And
No.
I think we got the best in the NAIA level, man, right here in Pippa Passes, this facility.
Our facilities are off the, you know, I mean, it's just off the chart because, you know, you got a baseball facility like we got up on the hill, then you got this basketball facility here, and, you know, the weight room, and just all of our facilities, our dorms, as you can see, building our buildings are just, it's a wonderful place to work and you know, and get an opportunity to do what I get to do. And these kids, it's a good place to go to school. And I don't think anybody around can much beat our prices of what we offer for, you know, the amount of money that it costs to go to school here. And it's a great place to be.
And James, of course, you come over. I told you when you come, I was going to give you the best seat in the house. Little did you know we were at center court for Eagle Madness. And one thing about Coach, he's been fortunate and blessed to get some of the best local talent. And I know you had a good time over here, James.
Yeah, I mean, we bragged on everywhere we've been this year. I mean, the people here at Alice Lloyd, the facility, the college, we've bragged on it best we can. We tell people all the time that they don't realize what we've got here on Pippa Passes in Knott County until they come over and look at it.
But we appreciate that too, James. You and Jamie do such a good job of promoting us, and just, you know, all the wonderful compliments that you guys give us, and we really appreciate that because, you know, we're here to serve these kids in these mountains, and that's what it's all about, and that's what our jobs are, and that's what our life's about, and you know, and people like you guys really help us to do that, and we couldn't be more grateful.
Well, it's an opportunity. We tell, you know, Jamie talks about what good seats, but Jamie, I think everywhere we go, Jamie's got good seats.
He's well known, isn't he? That's what happens.
He's well known.
Well connected.
There's probably not too many people that don't coach that publicizes the college like he does.
Yeah, and I really know that.
Everywhere we go, he's got some plug or avenue for kids over at Alice Lloyd College.
And we're, you know, like I said, we're so grateful for that because he, you know, his heart's here, and you can tell it. And he does everything he can for these kids and promotes them. And I really, to be honest with you, James, he does the whole region, the whole area here. He's just all about, you know, the good things in life. Jamie's about them, and he's about, and yourself as well. You guys are about doing things for people that will help these kids throughout their life and our community, help build and grow our community. And my goodness, how blessed we are to have you guys.
Well, we're blessed and still, you know, me and Jamie this year, everywhere we've been, especially over here on Alice Lloyd, it's always been yes. You know, when Jamie's went to somebody with an idea of how we can promote kids, somebody from Alice Lloyd's always been like, we're in. Whatever
That's
we need
good.
to do. And so hats off to you all, the president step, for everything you all do. A lot of things you all do, people don't see.
Well, and that's, you know, it's supposed to be that way, honestly, because if you're out here looking to make sure somebody's seeing everything you do, then I always heard, you know, if you want to find out what somebody's about, see how they are in the dark, you know, when nobody's looking, how hard they work, what they do. That's what you find out what kind of character somebody has. And if it's all for just being shown and you know, getting the spotlight on you all the time, then you're in this for the wrong reason.
Wrong, and you ain't going to stay any long.
No, you won't, because it'll catch up to you, because there's just too much. There's too much things that have to be done that where nobody is looking in order to get to where, you know, the light does shine. So it's about what's best for our community and our kids and you know, and our school and our region. I mean, that's honestly what it's about. And you know, we're servants, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. And it ain't always about the light shining on you all the time, because if that's what, like you said, if that's what you're worried about, you're probably in the wrong business.
You're in the wrong business real quick. But we're here for basketball, but let's switch hats just for a minute.
Okay.
How's the baseball team doing?
Well, we're up and down. I've got a nice young team that plays hard and have had some really good moments. We had a nice week this week and some good wins, and we're getting better as we go. And I kind of felt like that would happen, and I think we're not far away from being really good. We're pretty solid, and we were a little down last year, and I knew we had to really bounce back, and we've done that. I think we're very competitive, and I think the future is very bright. I had a really, really good recruiting class coming in. Had a good one last year, and I got maybe the best recruiting class in school history coming. It's on paper, you never know until they actually get here and it all pans out. But right now, I really like the kids that we've signed so far, and I think that we're going to be really pretty competitive in the next couple of years.
You know, and that's what me and Jamie, I guess that's where we're opposites at. Jamie likes the basketball part of it. I like baseball. but the facility, you hit on it a while ago, the baseball facility here at Asbury College, second to none.
It's really nice. It really is. And that's, well, and you know, and what I tell Jamie, you can take, baseball's a little different. Football's kind of a little different also. You can take 1 or 2 kids and fix a basketball team pretty quickly if they're the right kind of kids. You can't do that necessarily in football or baseball. You got to have more numbers. You got to have a pitching staff. So it takes if you're down a little bit, and we had some, COVID really affected us baseball wise more than anything else here on this campus, and as far as our athletics go. And we had some kids that just didn't come back and play anymore, and some decided they wanted to do something else. And I mean, it just really, because it shut us down for 2 years basically, and the rest of the sports that didn't happen to. And it took a toll on us, and last year was rough because of it, and so it takes a little bit of time to build that back up, and we're getting there. I like my kids this year. We're really young and got some good kids, and they play hard, and we've done some nice things so far. So I think the rest of the year is going to be fun group to coach.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with the facilities and what you're talking about COVID. It's affected all levels, not just the college. It's affected the baseball and softball, the high school level as well.
Yep.
That's what a lot of people don't realize is that the COVID started right where baseball and softball was starting up.
We had played. It probably may be the best team I've ever had here. We were 13-3 and got shut down coming back from spring break, and just the end of it. And then you didn't play, and then we came back and didn't do anything else the rest of summer. There was no summer baseball. We came back in the fall, and even though we was trying to have school and trying to have practice, every time somebody get COVID, you get shut down for 2 weeks. So it's just a nonstop thing. So we practice a day or two and somebody get COVID, and we shut down 2 weeks. So you didn't have anything. Same way in the season during the spring. So we play a game or two and then not get to play for 2 weeks. I mean, it was just really tough, and it affected our kids, their mindsets, and a lot of things. And it's taken a little bit of time. Last year we had a lot of guys that had to play that were upperclassmen, but they had very little experience. They were almost like freshmen or sophomores, and it was just really tough on them. And that's not making an excuse. That's just the truth. And it's taken a little bit of time to get over that. And this year you could really tell the difference where we had all the time to practice and things getting more back to normal and all the things we normally need to do, and you could tell it big time.
You know, Ben Jamie's traveled all over the 13th, 14th, 15th region this year. And in every sport, we started with football, we went through basketball, now we're at basketball, baseball, and softball. And that's the majority of the conversation we have with all the coaches.
Yeah.
They're still trying to bounce back from the loss of the fundamental year.
That's what happened.
Of COVID, which it seems like, you know, when you talk about COVID, because it's been an everyday conversation, it seems like it was so long ago, but really it was just 2 years ago.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'd like to put it in the distance as far as I can.
Yeah,
but it really did. It affected everything. I'm not but I think as far as sports goes, those spring sports got hit the most because like it shut us down right before the state tournament and basketball and all that stuff. But, you know, the baseball and softball and golf and those kinds of sports, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So it really, you know, and you let them sit out for a year or two like that, and that's huge. And I don't care. It affected the kids coming in, the experiences they got as coming in seniors. You know, they didn't get to play a senior year in baseball in high school. So they came in and really just a little bit behind, honestly, and it's not their fault. There was nothing they can do about it. It's just, but it did throw things off a little bit, and it's taken some time to get things going again. At least basketball and football and those kind of sports at least got to have their season. So they lost out on a state tournament. I mean, that's terrible. We lost out going to the national tournament that year. They shut us down for basketball. Didn't get to go, and even we just had qualified, and then we come back home, and just a week or so later it's over. So that's just tough on kids when that happens. But at least they got to at least play their normal 25, 30 game season, and where the spring sports didn't get to do any of that.
No, it shut down the high school season a week before it started.
Yeah.
You know, you had that whole month of practice.
Yep.
And then we got shut down on Thursday and we're supposed to open up on Monday.
And you know, James, I can think back and think about my days when I was playing that would have happened to me as a high school senior or junior. It would have just devastated me. I know I'd have had a really hard time with that. Because as much as I like to play and look forward to that, and you know, some of those kids have worked the whole year for that, and all of a sudden just to get the whole carpet pulled out from under you, that would have been devastating to me. So we had other kids that felt the same way, and it had a toll on us. Toll on their mental psyche and just everything, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you all was gracious enough to allow us to host this tournament over here today and tomorrow. What's it mean being able to, and look, and you can look around. I told Jamie, I said, we're going to have a crowd like that was here in the 53rd district. But with the 53rd district, you was catching kids from Knott and Letcher.
Yeah.